Hey, what's up, guys? It's Russo with Backdoor Fantasy Sports. I hope y'all had a killer Halloween, got all the candy you were looking for, and stayed safe in the process because we got to be good to go for NFL Sunday. Week 9 continues to give us just some beautiful matchups that we're looking to exploit. I got a 6-man on Prizepicks I'm going to be breaking down for you guys, and also a 5-man ladders slip. We'll get into ladders more. I know some of you have been asking me, what is ladders? What is this all about? And it's basically my favorite thing that's ever been made. You've got like a goblin style row, you've got your regular line row, and then you've got your YOLO row, which is like demon style plays, except you got it all in one. And then the actual top tier, which isn't even that aggressive of lines that they give us. If you hit the top tier, in this particular case, you're getting up to 1000x on a 5-man. So it's just way harder to find that on Prizepicks. So I'm excited to break this down with you. The 5-man on ladders is actually the same players that I'm using in the 6-man on Prizepicks. So it should be easy to get through it tonight. We're also going to break down bonus plays since we're getting this one out early. I want to give you guys all the value possible. So at the very end of the video, we're going to use the DFS optimizer from Daily Grind to cover the best plays on Prizepicks and the best plays on Underdog coming into Sunday. So if you guys don't mind, do me a favor and like the video, hype it if you feel like it. All that stuff helps me out a ton, gets me in front of a larger audience, and small creators like myself can use all the help we can get. And I know a lot of you have, and you guys have been killing on my videos lately. So I really appreciate you. Honestly, that means a lot. So let's talk about the plays. So we're going to be going back to our boy Alec Pierce because it's too easy with him. We're going to take this 46.5 receiving yards. If they're going to keep giving us these low lines, we'll take them. I'm going to go Odunze, 65.5 receiving yards. And I'm taking all of these for more, or in the case of Underdog, we're going to go higher. It's just different terminology for different platforms. But so yeah, Odunze, 65.5 receiving yards. Going to go Oronde Gadsden, this stud rookie tight end for the Chargers. Going to go over 47.5 receiving yards. Kimani Vidal, running back for the Chargers, 76.5 rushing yards. We're going to go Mack Hollins. Over, is that 18.5? Let me make this a little bit bigger so I can see better. I keep telling y'all I need to get glasses, but so Mack Hollins over 18.5 receiving yards. And then Charbonnet is going to be the play that is not on the ladder slip. We're going to take his fantasy score over 9. For the ladder slip, we're going Alec Pierce, Mack Hollins, obviously, but you can see they have these different tiers here. So for like Alec Pierce, you got your 30-yarder, which is probably one catch for him in this game. I bet you his longest reception is over 30 by the end of the day. Then we got a 45 line and then a 100-yard line. So that's how it works. If you hit this first row of all these players, you're locked in for 2.5x. If you hit that middle row, which is kind of like their standard, like we got Odunze at 63, he's at 65.5 on Prizepicks. So it's even cheaper. And then that bumps you up to a 10x. And then if he ends up having himself a day, and all these guys do, we go all the way up to 1000x. That's why I can't get enough of this. That's what we got here. Same guys minus Charbonnet, and we'll walk through them all as we break it down. Now, if you haven't signed up for Underdog yet, use code BACKDOOR and you are going to get $100 in bonus funds when you play your first 5. They also have streaks. If you haven't tried streaks, that is awesome as well. I don't know why, but for the longest time, I think I was doing something wrong. I thought you could only run one streaks play at a time, and I figured out today that I can run as many as I want. So now I'm going to be on Underdog all the time, running streaks and ladders. Like NFL Sunday is going to be wild. So if you want to come join our Discord, there is a link below. You sign up through Patreon. It's like, what is it? Like less than 50 cents a day. If you want to be a part of all the plays that we're putting together, just go sign up through Patreon. If it doesn't link you directly to the Discord, there is a link to the server in the description as well. But yeah, I'm going hard this weekend with ladders for NFL Sunday. So Chalkboard, use code BACKDOOR over at Chalkboard, another killer platform. They run specials all the time. They have killer alt lines as well. And if you sign up and use this code, you get a free pick to help you cash your first slip, plus 100% deposit match, just to get you stacked up and, get you winning out the door with your free pick. Go check it out. Now let's start breaking down these plays. All right. So what we got here first? Kimani Vidal. All right. So this has been working out with Kimani. He had one down game since he took over the starting role, and he's only taken it over because Omarion Hampton is injured, and I'm pretty sure he's still on injured reserve. Turns out this is going to be a longer term thing, which I'm very excited about. Not for Omarion, but I went and grabbed Kimani Vidal. Everyone was going for Hassan Haskins, and in my Dynasty League, I snagged Kimani just to be like, hey, what if it is Kimani? It ended up being Kimani. So now I got like an RB1 for the foreseeable future. I think it could be good for a while here with him, but he had, he came out hot. This was like his breakout game. And, they drafted him last year. This is the same coaching regime that went and got Kimani Vidal. He's like in the 5th round or something. So there wasn't a whole lot of investment there. But they did, he is a part of this crew. So he got his opportunity. He ended up popping off for 124 in a soft matchup against Miami. And then against Indianapolis, it was just too difficult. He couldn't get anything going. It was a rough outing. They're ranked 8th in rushing yards allowed. He only went for 20 yards in that game. And then I was a little discouraged. And then he comes out and against Minnesota, puts up 117. Now he's got Tennessee, which should be beautiful. They're 31st in rushing yards allowed. Their average is about 120 that they're giving up to any given running back. And if we take a look here, we know what Jonathan Taylor did to them most recently, 153 yards. Kimani Vidal is not Jonathan Taylor. That's not what I'm saying. But this run scheme, it should be good to go. Let's take a look at this over-under, actually. So we got a 43.5 point over-under with a 9.5 point spread favoring the Chargers. I already took a look at the weather for you guys, and I'm not going to do this for every game, but for this one in particular, since it's in Tennessee and it's outdoors, I wanted to double check. And a lot can change over the weekend, but so far it looks like it's going to be high 40s, so a little bit chilly, but the wind shouldn't be too bad, and there's just a little bit of a chance of rain at the top. So a lot can change, but they're projecting it to be clear after kickoff. So quarter 2 through 4 should be good to go. So yeah, we're feeling good about Kimani. If we look at besides Jonathan Taylor, even Ramondre Stevenson, who's been kind of like fumble issues here and there, is he the guy? Or is it Travion Henderson? And he put up 88 when his line was set at 43.5. So we're liking what we're seeing here. Amari DeMarcado for the Cardinals, 81 yards. His line was at 19.5. Michael Carter in the same game, 51 yards. His line was at 42.5. And then Woody Marks, who is another rookie who isn't even getting the full workload, splitting with Nick Chubb. His line was at 28.5 and he put up 69. Nick Chubb just barely missed his line, 47, when it was at 48.5. So I'm liking what I'm seeing here because we're getting, this looks like it could cash us for prize picks. It could also hit that mid tier at least for the ladders play. And then we've got all of these examples of like pretty severe upside, guys like almost doubling their lines, so the guys who cashed, most of them went over by a significant amount. So that's what we're looking for to hit that high tier on ladders. All right, let's move on here. So Alec Pierce, my boy, I mean, those of you who watch the show regularly know we've been on the Alec Pierce train for a minute now. And if we look at his last, 5 games, yeah, we're in 2025. So he's hit it his last 5 straight, and he's just heating up. I'm telling you guys, it's going to get better even from here. It's just, he's a very unique, he has a unique skill set. I mean, like we've got these deep play type guys, but it's like that's all he does. If you look at his average yards per reception, he's averaging 24.7 yards per reception on the year. So we can stack that up quick. If we look at last week against Tennessee, which again, we're going to talk more about that too. Wide receivers against Tennessee, not just Kimani Vidal. There's a lot to be had there, but yeah, 34.5 yards per reception is what he averaged. He had 5 targets. So yeah, he only caught 2, but he popped off for 69 yards on 2 catches. And then his longest is looking solid too. Last 2 weeks, he went for 48 on 1 catch and 50 on 1 catch. So this guy can get us there quick. Against Pittsburgh, he actually has a pretty soft matchup here, 32nd in receiving yards allowed, almost 300 yards a game through the air, what teams are doing to them. And then for wide receivers specifically, they're 32nd. They're last in the league, 182.6 yards per game, no matter who they're matched up against. If we come down here and take a look at the history here, Romeo Doubs and Matthew Golden didn't do much, but you can't really predict what the Packers are going to be doing. Like they don't technically have a wide receiver one. It's pretty much been all Tucker Kraft for the last couple of weeks, who's just been popping off. Malik Heath, he ended up, beating his line, and then Christian Watson was back and actually had a really good game. His line was set at 19.5. What an opportunity missed. 85 yards he went for. And then you go back here to the Bengals. Jamar Chase crushed his line, 161 when it was at 73.5. T. Higgins crushed his, doubled his line as well. Even Andre Yoshivas ended up killing his line, 16.5. He went for 49. So we're seeing guys just significantly dominate their lines here as well. Back to Cleveland, we got Jerry Jeudy. He beat his line, didn't crush it by much, but and then Minnesota back here on September 28th, Jordan Addison popped off for 114 when his line was at 36.5. That's what we're looking for with ladders plays. And for Prizepicks, this should be good to go as well. So just a couple of catches could get this done. Let's take a look at this over under real fast. So we got a 50.5 over under. So yeah, they're expecting this to be high scoring, which makes sense because the Colts are good for 30 plus any given day, any given matchup. And it's just a 3.5 point spread, surprisingly enough. So they're expecting this to really turn into a shootout. We saw an example of this when the Colts played the Chargers and just dominated them, but still the Chargers, I mean, it's just, you got to keep up with the Colts right now. Like that's the only way. And it's probably, I mean, they're 7-1 for a reason, but the Chargers ended up getting something like, let's go back to Kimani and just look at it real quick. They ended up, 38-24. So the Chargers were still able to put up 24. And I mean, it's just, this is going to be a wild game that we want pieces of. High over under 50.5. So we're good to go there. Let me see here. Oh yeah, as far as Alec Pierce goes. So yeah, soft matchup, should be fireworks. Daniel Jones has been looking his way more and more. This game against the Chargers, how much did he actually put up? He put up 98 yards. He had 10 targets. So the 98 yards, he did that on 5 catches. So that connection will continue to get better. It looks like he's had somewhat of a 40 to 50% catch rate as of late. But then back here against Tennessee, he had 80% and 80% against Denver too. So it's just, believe it or not, things are continuing to heat up for the Colts. I don't think that this is their absolute peak. All right, let's move on here. So Rome Odunze. Now there's a lot of different wide receivers that's why I'm saying I'm going to be going crazy with ladders this week. I ended up deciding to go for Rome, being that he is the one with the most upside as far as targets go. After I break this down, I'll show you DJ Moore too, because I like DJ Moore he's going to be in a ladder slip for me too. But yeah, matchup wise, it's beautiful. 29th in receiving yards allowed, 263.2 on average to wide receivers. It's a little bit tougher, but I think it's also the case where they're starting to kind of figure things out since they got Joe Flacco, who's actually questionable right now, dealing with a little bit of something. I think it's actually in his throwing arm. It's like his shoulder's a little busted up. He says that he's feeling pretty good. Still a couple of days for him to get 100%. I don't know what they do if Joe doesn't play. I think if nothing else, maybe he just plays through it a little bit. That makes me a little bit nervous about what this game could turn into. But I think that the Bears are going to be able to just have their way on offense. And so yeah, Rome popped off for 114 last week against Baltimore. We saw him have a couple of down weeks here, and he hasn't really had like a big game since this game against Detroit. The reason I'm taking Rome for the ladder slip though, in particular, and I think this midline is good to go. We got him at 65.5 on Prizepicks, and I think he's good for that because I'll show you guys down here. You can see like even like no-namers like the Jets were able to actually come back and win this game against this defense. Tyler Johnson, who I believe had just got there, if I'm not mistaken, he got traded from the Rams. He went for 64 when his line was at 16.5. He was kind of like the main target that day. Arian Smith, I guess is how you say it. He cashed his line, low line, but he cashed it for 23. Roman Wilson with Pittsburgh cashed his line. DK Metcalf didn't get it done in that game, but we remember this game. This was when the tight ends were going nuts, if I'm not mistaken. I believe Pat Freiermuth and Jonnu Smith and all those guys were just having themselves like a crazy day. So I think that's part of the reason that DK was kind of the odd man out that day. But then if we come down here to the actual Packers, once again, on October 12th, you have Matthew Golden. His line was at 41.5. He pops off for 86. And then Romeo Doubs, 39.5 was his line. He went for 55. So the main thing that I'm looking at here is the upside with the targets. So I like all the wide receivers. You also have Luther Burden is out for this game, who's been getting more and more involved. So he had a concussion. As of 8 hours ago, he's not going to be playing in this game. So you got one more guy who had been getting more involved, who is going to be out. So there are a little more targets there. But when we talk about DJ Moore, who I do like this because of his big play upside, but I'll take you guys to DJ real quick. So if we look at DJ, we know that he can be a big play guy. If there was an option for rushing and receiving on ladders, I would definitely be taking that. But if you look at the targets, it's interesting because it's super consistent. All of 2025, at least 5 targets. But it doesn't really pop up. It's not that volatile. You know what I mean? His best game was last week when he had 7 targets and he pulled down 4 receptions. So that caps the upside a little bit. Still, he's the type of player who could break off, like a 60-yarder, 70-yarder, like we used to see him do when he first got to Chicago. So I like it, but I decided to go ahead and take Rome for the ladders play in particular, just because we see the spikes of 9, 11, 8, 10. Like he kind of just more recently went 5 and 6 as far as targets go, and kind of bounced back against Baltimore as far as like production wise goes. They lost that game, but still 10 targets, 7 receptions. So I think the upside play is Rome Odunze. All right. Oronde Gadsden. So back to Tennessee. Now, there are a lot of different options that I love for this matchup. First of all, we got Will Dissly questionable. Doesn't really matter because this is Gadsden's position at this point. But if he's not playing, maybe we get even more work from Gadsden, who is just been popping off amazingly as a rookie. Man, just went under the radar. They went and found this stud, drafted him late, and he does have a tough matchup technically to tight ends, but I think that's a little bit embellished because I don't think it's just that they're that good. I think that it's like teams are just like throwing to their wide receivers, doing whatever they want, beating them on the ground, doing whatever they want. So it's like, let's take a look here actually at the tight ends that have played them. Okay, that's wide receivers. So yeah, even the tight ends, it's like I don't totally understand this ranking because the tight ends are all cashing too. Tyler Warren went for 53 when his line was at 49.5. You got Austin Hooper went for 11 when his line was at 8.5, and then Michael Mayer, he went for 50 when his line was 30.5. Then you got Dalton Schultz back here in late September, went for 30 when his line was 29.5. So no one really popped off other than Warren. There wasn't really any real studs. I mean, Trey McBride, they stopped Trey McBride, but again, that was a really weird game when the Cardinals lost that, man. I don't even want to think about that early October. But that was also Kyler Murray. Speaking of which, I love Trey McBride this week. If Jacoby Brissett is starting, I want Jacoby to just be our starter moving forward, and let's just trade away Kyler because Jacoby's making everybody better, and Kyler is just kind of like, I think we've seen enough. But anyways, I'm getting sidetracked here. The thing I like about Gadsden is they use him like a wide receiver. He's like a hybrid. And we saw him pop off against Indianapolis for 164. Let's take a closer look at that game. He had 9 targets, pulled down 7 receptions. And then against Miami, he went for 68 yards, 8 targets, 7 receptions. But the main thing I'm really feeling about this is if you look at what wide receivers have been doing to them, and they use him like a wide receiver. So I'm feeling good about it. But I mean, Josh Downs, Michael Pittman, Alec Pierce, all 3 of them ate in their matchup. And then you could say that's the Colts. Well, look at what the Patriots did as well. And the Patriots are playing good too, but you got Demario Douglas, Kayshon Boutte, Stephon Diggs, and Mack Hollins all crushed their lines. Well, I mean, Demario Douglas just barely got his, and he only had 1 catch, but Boutte beat his line. Stephon Diggs beat his line, 69 when it was at 49.5. And then you had Mack Hollins, 13.5, and he went for 49. And then if you go back a little bit further, you've got Las Vegas. You got Trey Tucker going for 70 when his line was at 39.5. So I love what wide receivers should be able to do in this. My only concern why I'm thinking I'll probably have a slip with like Lad McConkey in there. Maybe I might even just take a shot and consider like Quentin Johnston bounce back game. Maybe this is a good spot for them to be like, hey, let's get his confidence back. Not that it's gone, but when a guy is not as active, coming back from injury, sometimes the coaches just get him back in the right headspace. So I like all of them. My only thought is if this game does get out of hand, we got a 9.5 point spread. So 43.5, they're not expecting it to be too high scoring. But yeah, so if this game does get out of hand, I just think it could turn into the Kimani Vidal show. But I still think that they'll be peppering Gadsden with these opportunities when he's wide open. So that's my narrative on Gadsden. And again, I do like Lad McConkey, and I'll talk about him before we get into the bonus plays. All right, Mack Hollins. Yeah, so I love this play. I'll take it over 22.5 in the prize pick slip. And then we're looking for that upside with we're looking for that upside with the ladder slip. Now we just saw him pop off against Cleveland, very tough matchup. And yeah, he went for 89 yards when they're ranked 6th. And I think that he's quietly emerging. Like if you play fantasy, like I went and got him in my dynasty league because I think that, yeah, he's 32 years old, but he's in great shape. The dude is like super holistic and all this stuff, walks around barefoot all the time. And dude is in incredible shape at 32 years old, being an NFL player. But yeah, here's what I want to pay attention to here. So if we look at this last week against Cleveland, he had 7 targets and pulled down all of them. And I feel like this is becoming a go-to thing. He's usually like right on the sidelines, like catching right before he goes out of bounds. It's just kind of like sort of like a safety valve for Drake May. And this game, we got, let's see. Yeah. So we're playing in New England. So we're going to pop over here and go to just home games. Look at this catch rate. So his last 3 home games, he hasn't missed a catch. 4 for 4, 1 for 1, and 7 for 7. But I think this may have been sort of the moment here when he went 7 for 7 for, what was that, 89 yards. So yeah, tough matchup against Atlanta, but Atlanta they just let the Dolphins just destroy them. Jalen Waddle went for 99 when his line was at 49.5. You got Nicole Westbrook-Akine, who I'm still waiting to. I expected more from him. He cashed his line, just barely. Probably had 1 catch for 18 yards. Malik Washington, 36, when his line was at 22.5. Then we have a little bit of an example back here with Buffalo too. Joshua Palmer cashed his line. Tyrell Shavers cashed his line. And then the only team that really didn't pop off was more recently San Francisco. They couldn't really get anything going in that game through the air. So yeah, you guys see where I'm going with this. Part of the reason that we love this is because the line is set so low. In this most recent game, average yards per reception were 12.7. So 2 catches will get us there. And he catches, especially at home, he catches everything thrown his way. So let's look at the longest reception, 21 yards. He had a 21-yarder last week. Other than that, it's been kind of like they're just kind of figuring this out. It seems like he took over the Demario Douglas spot, and he's actually getting more snaps than any wide receiver on the team, if I'm not mistaken, because he is still, in addition to great hands, veteran mentality, he also is a good blocker, very physical guy. So yeah, I'm going to be taking that. I feel really good about this play. And I would say that I'm going to take maybe I'll make a demon slip, but I'm kind of like, why would I make a demon slip now when I can just play ladders and have it insured? So yeah, he'll be in a lot of ladder slips on Sunday. I'll put it that way. All right, Zach Charbonnet, to wrap it up. Isn't this interesting looking? So yeah, I mean, like we kind of, with Charbonnet, it seems like it's been sort of like a somewhat of a negative narrative, because he actually had like a string of games where he was getting like his yards per carry were rough, but they still keep using him. It's like, what happened there with Ken Walker? Like it's interesting. I love it because I got him in Dynasty, but yeah, I mean, like 7 of his last 10, he's cashed his fantasy score. He's the only option at running back when they're trying to get a touchdown, when they're like, on the 1 yard line, 2 yard line, anywhere within the 5. it's not Kenneth Walker, it's Zach Charbonnet. And if we look at 2025, 4 out of his 6 games, he's cashed his fantasy score, and it's not pretty. It's mostly touchdown dependent, but this is only set at 9. And he's got this matchup against Washington. I think that they're going to be in a position. I think Charbonnet is going to get in the end zone again. You got JSN, who I wish was on the ladders options. They wouldn't even give us JSN because JSN is going to go absolutely nuts this week. So yeah, take a bunch of JSN. I guess I should have thrown him in the slip, but I feel really safe with this low line of 9. Zach Charbonnet is also a good pass catcher. Whether or not he gets that involved, he's got the skill set. Let's see if they have involved him at all, targets wise. So yeah, nothing too much, but yeah, going with what I said, he's got seven targets over the last 4 games, and he's got 6 catches. So it's not like he's going super deep or anything like that, but you get what I'm saying. I think that this is going to be his backfield moving forward. I think Kenneth Walker is probably going to be out of Seattle next year, and I feel like as long as they have Clint Kubiak still, running the offense, I think he just really likes Zach Charbonnet. If we take a look, let's look at the touchdowns here. So yeah, he's got 5 touchdowns, which our season-long slip, Zach Charbonnet cashed. We made a season-long slip over 4.5 touchdowns. I'm just like, that's ridiculous with the way Clint has been talking about him. And sure enough, he's already cashed for us on that slip. Touchdowns against Washington is 21st in the league, 2.8 touchdowns a game. And then to running backs, it's like middle. They're a little bit above average. They're 13th. Almost 1 touchdown a game is what they're allowing. So let's take a look here. We'll go back to fantasy score. We'll see what some of these. Well, we don't have a big sample size here. But Javonte Williams on the 19th went for 18.8 when his line was set at 15. I don't think that Zach Charbonnet is playing as good as Javonte. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that, but still, this seems like too low of a line at 9. I think it should be probably at least at like 12 or 13. That's just me though. So I'm going to talk a little bit about Lad McConkey here with this matchup, if you were interested in taking him, because it is a super juicy matchup. But I noticed one thing that, first of all, I had to choose because I wanted all these Chargers for this slip, but I like Gadsden's line a little bit better than Lad's for Underdog ladders, because I believe that Lad would have to get over 120 to hit his top tier, as where Gadsden just needs to get to 100. And then we've got, let's see. Yeah, and so all season long, even when Lad is popping off, he's only hit 100 once, and that was against Miami. And I believe, let's take a look here. But yeah, so that was 9 targets, 7 receptions. The average yards per reception, not bad. Lad is an absolute stud. Don't get me wrong here. I'm just thinking, like, the upside and him having to hit a higher line. I still think, if you want to take it, because I think it looks solid. But I noticed that a lot of times in matchups that look like he should thrive, that's when he actually sort of just loses some steam towards the end because they're just running the ball the whole time. Matchup wise against wide receivers, 27th, 162.4 receiving yards allowed on average. It's Tennessee. How many more ways can I say that this is a really solid matchup? But yeah, if you take a look here, against Minnesota, that was one of his better games, and they were ranked 7th against wide receivers. He went for 88 yards. And then we have a much softer matchup through the air with the Colts, and they were playing from behind the whole time, and he just goes for 67. And then difficult matchup through the air, again, ranked 11th. He goes for 100. Then we go back here. Against Washington, ranked 28th, he goes for 39. You see the pattern I'm talking about here? The Giants ranked 23rd, and he goes for 11. So I'm just thinking it's almost kind of like maybe it's a little bit of a reverse where I think that he'll cash. I just don't know about the upside for the ladder slip. So that's going to wrap all that up. Now let's quickly go through some bonus plays for Sunday. We're going to start with Prizepicks. Before I do though, if you guys want this awesome tool for yourself, Outlier, where you can really dive into all the details, you can check all these matchups, see what past players have done. I love it. And you can try it for free. So there's a link below if you guys want to check it out. Just sign up through there and you'll get hooked up for a week. All right. So for Prize Picks, I'm going to refresh it. If you guys want the DFS optimizer for yourself, code Backdoor will get you 25% off for as long as you want to lock that in. And it's really essential for basketball if you guys play basketball with Prize Picks and Underdog and stuff. All right, so I got it set to all overs because the correlation kills us on Prize Picks if you take unders. And then, like I've said before, if you guys want me to show unders too, I just need enough of you to drop me a comment and tell me. Otherwise, I'm just going to show you overs. But Jared Goff fantasy score, 17, 60%. Kimani Vidal, look at this, rushing, receiving touchdown. I didn't even know this was on here. They like him at almost 58% to get in the end zone. So they wouldn't give us the fantasy score. If by the time you're watching this, they got the fantasy score and it's like, 15 or less, I'm taking it. So James Cook, they like him for a touchdown as well, almost 55%. Kyle Monungai, 16.5 rush attempts, 54%. Now, DeAndre Swift is out, and Roshan Johnson, I almost forgot his name, even though I have him in Dynasty. He's been an absolute disappointment. He fell out of favor a long time ago with Ben Johnson. Like Ben Johnson got there and he's like, I don't like Roshan. So yeah, Kyle Monungai, the rookie they drafted. A lot of these guys come in, they want their guy. They want to go find the guy that fits what they, hand pick the guy. And that's what they did. And so Kyle Monungai is going to get a bunch of work this week. So 16.5 rush attempts, they like it, 54%. Jackson Dart, they like his rush attempts at 53.57%. They also like his pass attempts, 31.5, feeling good about it. Aaron Rodgers, 1.5 passing touchdowns, almost 54%. Chris Olave, 5.5 receptions, feeling good about it. Yeah, me too. He's been getting heavily targeted. Bijan Robinson, they like him to get in the end zone, 53%. Matthew Golden, 2.5 receptions. That is very low. Longest reception, they like that as well for him, 15.5. We got Jonnu Smith, 22.5 receiving yards, 53%. Jalen Knoll, 11.5 longest reception. They're feeling good about it, almost 53%. Tony Pollard, over 10 rush attempts. Maybe. I don't know. Seems like they just are all about Tajay Spears now that he's back. So perhaps, also a game that they should be probably playing from behind. I don't know what gosh, that's pretty wild. Pinnacle has it at -131 at 10.5. So yeah, if you want to take it. Michael Penix Jr., 218.5 passing yards. They're liking it, 53%. Chris Moore, wide receiver for the Commanders. They like him over 19.5 receiving yards, almost 53%. Daniel Jones, passing yards, 248.5. They're feeling good about it, 53%. All right, so DFS optimizer plays for Underdog. They like Jared Goff over as well, 18.25 for his fantasy score, a little over 57%. They like Stafford fantasy score, 19.35, 56%. Again, these are actually, let me fix that real fast. Let's go all overs. All right, so for Underdog Pick'em and Champions, it looks like the lines are maybe a little bit higher because the overs, we only have a couple green on here for Sunday so far. We got Jared Goff, they like his fantasy score, 18.25, 57%-ish, a little bit over. Matthew Stafford, 19.35 fantasy score, 56%. They got the James Cook rushing, receiving touchdowns over, 54%. Cam Ward pass attempts. I think they'll be playing from behind. So 32.5, they like it. Sounds good to me. 54%. Nick Chubb rushing yards, 35.5, 53, almost 54% odds to hit. Cam Ward rush attempts, 1.5. That is a very low line. -168 is what Daily Grind has it at. Yeah, there's not even a bunch of platforms giving you that. So Underdog giving you that rush attempts, like he might have to scramble twice. That's a very low line for a quarterback who's capable, of running the ball when he needs to. Justin Herbert, pass attempts, 32.5. They have it at a 53% odds to hit. Jonnu Smith, 22.5 receiving yards, 53%. Jackson Dart, pass attempts, 31.5. They got about 53% as well. Kimani Vidal, they also, so this is just rushing TD on, this is just rushing touchdown. So it's not receiving as well. And they still like it. Him to get that. Man, I really hope we get that fantasy score option. 53% on just the rushing TD. Evan McPherson, 6.5 kicking points, 53%. Yeah, a little bit of that depends on Joe Flacco, but Evan has been in the zone. He's been playing well as a kicker lately. Pollard, they like his rush yards over 36.5, 53%. Jaden Daniels, 219.5 passing yards, 53%. And then Michael Penix Jr. passing yards, 218.5, 53%-ish. I'll do a couple more and then we'll wrap this up. So Travis Etienne, he does have a good matchup this week. Rushing plus receiving yards, 70.5. Now, I almost forgot to mention, think about, consider Brian Thomas Jr. this week. It wasn't enough for me to put it in the video. Brian Thomas Jr. and Parker Washington, because Travis Hunter is, as of today, I think it was the news dropped today that he's going to be going on IR. So that means he's out for at least 4 games. So yeah, I don't know what to make of it. If BTJ wasn't dealing with a little bit of he practiced in full today with no injury designation, but still, I mean, I'm going to look at it. I wasn't comfortable going all in on it yet, but keep him on your radar for Sunday. Christian McCaffrey touchdown. They like his rushing touchdown, 53%-ish. Noah Fant, 2.5 receptions. I like this a lot too. And I think that if Joe Flacco gets confirmed that he's going to play, this probably at least goes up to 3, I would think, maybe 3.5. But Noah Fant, yeah, sneaky play, almost 53%. Torrey Horton, another situation here. So the reason that we are not allowed to have JSN, I think, on the Underdog ladders option is because Cooper Kupp is out this week. So Torrey Horton could be sneaky. 28.5 receiving yards. Torrey Horton will probably be in a ladder slip for me on Sunday as well. I'm gonna make so many this week, but yeah, when you have a low line like that with a wide receiver who is capable, he's a talented rookie, and his line is super low, so that means the upside might be there if Cooper Kupp is out. But JSN, man, he's gonna go nuts this week. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 76.5 receiving yards, almost 53% odds to hit. Jaden Daniels, pass plus rushing yards, 265.5, 52.66 odds to hit. Christian Kirk, 25.5. They like it over. Yeah, I mean, it is much cheaper on Underdog, 25.5. Everyone else has it around 29.5. Well, there's a couple 25.5s, but yeah, FanDuel has it up at 29.5. DraftKings 28.5. So you are getting a pretty good discount there. Brandon McManus, 7.5 kicking points. Evan Ingram, 3.5 receptions they like. And then Brandon Aubrey, I'm going to wrap it up there. 8.5 kicking points, 52.46% odds to hit the over. Now, once again, if you guys want to join our Discord, there's a link below. And I'm going to be sharing a ton of ladders this weekend. I'm going to be making them probably all weekend, and I'll make some prize picks as well, but I'm doing Underdog a lot more than prize picks these days because I just think you get better lines, and I like the games better. I like the ladders option better. I like playing streaks. It's all a lot of fun, but I appreciate you guys tuning in. Have a great weekend. We've got some time. This will be out all Saturday as well. So we've got time. If you guys have plays you're looking at, hit me in the comments and I'll jump on these tools and get back to you as soon as I can. Don't forget to like the video, and I appreciate you guys. Have a great night. I'll catch you in the next one.